Good evening, everyone. We are picking up on Corsairs of Umbar, Part 2.
Kaibar left us to make his own way in the world.
We're starting off with Chapter 211, Welcome and Unwelcome. Kaibar left us to make his own way in the world. He could have returned when war seemed unavoidable, but instead he left his mother to fend for herself. Poor Surdis is fortunate that her brother was here to take care of her, and the rest of the town did what we could. Where was Kaibar when the skies turned dark and the sun never rose? He was away in the White City, feasting and drinking fine wine while the rest of us suffered. He spared not a thought for Ethring, and now when things are good, he wants to return. Let him try. That's what I say. We have not forgotten.
It is true that I left home before war seemed certain, but...
How could I have known how bad things would get? I worried about home every day. Kaibar cast his eyes to the ground. I should have come back before now. My family and my friends had to endure the darkness Sauron sent before his armies, just as I did, but they had to do it without the armies of Minas Tirith near at hand. I understand why Whelan is upset. I should go to see my mother, Maloa. Her house, is to the north, across the bridge to the right. A man stands in front of the door to Surdis' home.
She doesn't want to see you, Kaibar.
You had better find somewhere else to go. Carlin looks at you appraisingly. You're with the new king, just as Kaibar seems to be. You can keep moving, same as my nephew. We here in Ethring know your kind are behind putting this lesser on the throne, and we're not going to let you interfere with the life in Ringovale. When Kaibar left, it broke his mother's heart, but it broke again when he became the puppet of elves like you. She doesn't want to see him.
My Uncle Karlong may be right about me, but he is wrong about the king.
King Elessar is a good man, and he wants what is best for Gondor. I don't have time to be upset about this, Maloa. I was given a task by my king, and I'm going to see it done. Let us do what we can for the folk of Ethring, and perhaps my mother and uncle will see that King Elessar is not a pawn of the elves or of anyone else. Your concerns of the villagers. She stares at you with cold eyes and refuses to say anything. He murmurs that the best way to help Ethring is for you to leave. She glares at you suspiciously and says nothing.
Did anyone want our help?
Kaibar appears more defeated than you have ever seen him, and you ask what has happened. I told my uncle I would leave, if that is what my mother truly wants, but that I would like to retrieve some of the sketches I had left inside when I departed from Minas Tirith. He said when I was gone my mother burned them all. Kaibar sighs heavily and raises his head. There is nothing left for me here, and the king and queen have not arrived. We should move on to Kellenbel. The king said he might rejoin us in Lamadon. Alright, let's go off to Kellenbel. lazy and use a coin.
Gondor has a king again.
The long night has ended, and the sun rises upon a peaceful kingdom.
Garthaben excitedly calls you over to him.
The king and queen have come to Cannonbell.
It is true, they are here with their entire retinue. I saw them going to speak with Galamgam. Look for his shop to the northwest, inside the city. You might catch a glimpse of them. Imagine that, the king and queen, here in Lamadon. I never would have expected them to travel so far from Minas Tirith, and yet I saw them with my own eyes. The man spoke true. The shop is very crowded with the King Elesser's retinue.
If there was ever any doubt that I sell only the finest of goods, let that doubt now be dispelled.
I am to be the personal merchant of the King and Queen of Gondor themselves, as always I dreamed.
When I awoke this morning, I did not think I should be made the king's own merchant by the afternoon.
Chapter 212, in the Palace of the Swan. When I awoke this morning, I did not think I should be made the king's own merchant by the afternoon, and yet so it is. Let the passing of the war lead the great wealth and riches for Galangam, personal merchant of the king and queen of Gondor.
Galangam has been promised nothing of the kind by either my husband or myself.
But he seems so happy that neither of us have the heart to correct him. He is an excitable man, is he not?
How were your travels? Were you able to help the folk of Dor and Erniel and the Ringlow Vale?
You tell Alesser about Kybar's unfortunate homecoming and he frowns. I'm sorry to hear that. The war was not easy for anyone, and I sympathize with the plight of Kybar's family, even as I believe they treat him unfairly. I can only hope that in the time they will open their hearts to him again. Of course, now it is to speak with Prince Imrahil of Dol Amroth. I've sent Rosarin ahead to prepare our way. Okay, so before I go to Dol Amroth, we're going to do the couple of side quests in this area. I saw some rings over here earlier. Alright, Trevor Duron.
You there, adventurer! Looking for some coin in return for a simple job?
Meals in the fields. You there, adventurer? Looking for some coin in the return for a simple job? It's nearly time for the workers in the Cameron fields outside the city to have their meal. Take up this basket and bring their meals to them, and I'll reward you for your time. Ah, there's the field. Okay. hop on my war steed here. Okay, let's drop off some of this food. Back we go.
You saved me quite a bit of time today. I shall take the basket, thank you.
Greetings. I am Calfeth, pottery merchant and worried daughter.
Of clay and crystals. Greetings, I am Calfeth, pottery merchant and worried daughter. My father, Molil, was supposed to bring a shipment of pottery up to the city today, but he has yet to show. I am sure that he is fine, as he is wont to get distracted while working with the clay. But if you are heading down to Lothgobel, would you be so kind as to look for him? There are still dangerous folk lingering about Tathrendalf, and I fear my father may wander too close to their camp in search of supplies for his craft. Alright, we're gonna use the stable.
You are most welcome, my friend.
Welcome to King's Gondor, friend.
Even more things to do here in Thangobel. Lothgobel, sorry. Mildel.
Huh? Who are you? Can you not see that I am busy?
You explained that his daughter sent you to inquire after him. Kelfith? Oh, was that today? Well, I cannot go up to Callambel today. I have far too much to do. The weather is perfect for throwing pottery, so she will have to wait. You seem to have nothing better to do than interrupt old men working. Why don't you make yourself useful? Since Kelfeth is so worried, I will stay put and finish what I am working on while you gather me up some more clay. You should also head north and mine some quartz. I do not always need it, but I think this batch of pots will come out fine enough to need the very best glaze. Go on now. Go away so I can get back to this. Get some more Corsairs to fight. Guess we picked up the side quest. The Corsairs of Tathrendalf. That's a location quest, so... Okay, found some quartz. Thought I saw. Oh, there's the bed clay. Only some of the Corsairs left. Used to be a lot more in the zone before the war. my friend Eros? It's always nice to come across a friend in landscape. Makes it feel just a little bit less lonelier. Now I'm still looking for 2 pieces of clay. Oh, there's one. Going to get this artifact, and then there's some clay beyond it, and then we can go back. Great. War steeds and small spaces just don't go well together.
What, you're back already?
He pauses to squint up at the sky. Oh, I suppose it has been a while. When the clay is working and flowing in your hands, you lose all sense of time, don't you? Well, I do. Okay, well, I'm not gonna carry on. We will come back to this location, but we were still wrapping up Callambel, so let's head back to Callambel.
Gondor has a king again.
I'm gonna go talk to Rusgwyn and finish up this to Callambel quest.
I'm glad that tale ended well. And I'm glad that Dornarf finds himself in good spirits. Perhaps he will be inclined to offer me a discount on my next order.
But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself.
Greetings, I am Rusgwyn, maker of fine barrels and crates.
Seeking slats. If you're looking for work, I am in need of someone to collect wood outside the city's walls. Fear not, for I shan't ask you to chop it yourself. I did that already yesterday, and left it there to dry a bit. No sense in my lugging it back up the hill when I can pay coin to have some dolt, that is, some fine individual to gather it for me. Okay. I see how it's gonna be. I'll go pick up your wood for you. says there's one down this way. Or up this way? Don't think I can get up there from here. No, I've not yet tried Tarling's crown. Haven't gotten to that point yet. This I don't think I have. More chopped wood. Okay, here we go. Here's the last piece of wood. I like that they have multiple nodes out and not just a very limited amount. It makes it always more enjoyable. Here's your wood.
You found far more wood than I expected. Oh, my apologies for underestimating you.
Yeah, about that.
What do you want?
Two tadrents. Hey, you there. I mean, excuse me, brave hunter. Will you be heading to Balfalas? Due to the lumber camp situation in Ringlow Vale, multiple shipments have been delayed. Brutus and Tadrent needs to be notified. Send this list to her, please. The last word barely made it past the man's gritted teeth. Oh, please. Okay, where's Tadrent? Done bad.
Ah, I never thought to see such happy days as these.
Guess we're going to Tadrent next. Probably more quests in that area also that needs to be completed, but Oh, it's all the way over here. Okay.
Welcome to King's Gondor, friend.
As I expected, plenty of quests, which we will get to eventually. Right now, we are just finishing up Campbell's. Brandis, to tadrent.
There is always work to be done.
Thank you for passing along Halem's message. The shame that I've had to hear from him so soon since our last correspondence, but I do hope that he is trying to be less unpleasant. At the very least, I will continue to ensure anyone working for him is well compensated. Alright, let's go back.
I never thought to see the days of peace come again.
Back to Kellenbell.
I hear that you have offered your assistance to our fair city, and I'm inclined to take you up on that.
Stragglers at the foothill. Greetings, I am Tharnian, captain of the guard here at Kellenbell. I hear that you have offered your assistance to our fair city, and I'm inclined to take you up on that. Orcs have taken up residence at Ross Ladder, near the foothills west of the city. Their might was broken during the war, but having so many gather in one place again will only spell trouble. I bid you do what you can to reduce their numbers. That I can take care of. I guess it would make sense that these enemies are stronger, since these are the ones that survived the war. Really? That's all you got? Alright, took care of them orcs. Let's go turn this back in. Okay, there's some quests in this area as well. Gotta come back to this spot then. One reason I want to come through here right now, even though my warhorse is getting stuck all over the place. All done.
You return with good news, I hope.
All right.
Excellent.
Let's ride through the rest of Kellenbell. Just checking to make sure I haven't missed any quest rings. Okay, there's one up here. Two up here.
Psst. Can I talk to you?
Annoyingly aggressive avanc. Psst, Loa, can I talk to you? You take a few steps to the side with Drambor so he can quietly speak to you. Having father home has been really wonderful, but even though he left me in charge of Kellenbell when he went to war, I think he thinks I'm still just a little kid. I've been volunteering to bring messages from the city to the two beacons to show him how responsible I am, but he glances at his father, Angbor, and lowers his voice so much that you can barely hear him. Well, you see, I was on my way back from the beacons with a bag full of missives for my father when I was attacked by some annoyingly aggressive avanc. I managed to get away, but they snatched my bag from me. I haven't told him yet that I have lost it, but maybe with your help I won't have to. Can you look for it? I admit I'm not sure I remember exactly where I lost it. There was a waterfall nearby. I remember that much. Listen, it was dark, okay? And I was running. Anyway, look for my pack near one of the waterfalls between here and the beacons. Oh, and if you can exact a vicious revenge upon those overgrown lizards, so much the better. We got multiple spots to go look for. Okay. guess we're... Hey Rothmere, yeah, no, I'm really enjoying the expansion. Don't have much time to play today, so I'm just squeaking in a couple of minutes here. I've had a lot of I'm family visiting today, so just trying to get a little bit of gaming in. How have you been? Jumping down waterfalls. Here we go. Of course it's going to be the last place that I look, right? Isn't that always how it works? Yeah, I was hoping to get some solid hours in this weekend. Try and see if I can't finish it up, but with 350 quests, I just don't know. Here's the annoyingly aggressive avanc. And there's the back. Oh, this is the wrong entrance. I'm gonna go over here.
Oh, it's you! Did you find it?
Father is starting to wonder where the missives are. You hand over the bite-ridden pack. Drambor's eyes widen when he sees the damage, and he hurriedly opens the pack's flap to peer inside. When he sees the missives within, he sighs dramatically, his shoulders sagging with relief. They're intact, and not covered with avanc drool. Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. As I mentioned, I have family visiting with me, so I am going to be calling it early tonight. I will hopefully be back this weekend, and we'll plan on streaming as much as I can to get through all this content. Thank you everyone for watching, and please remember that I will be indexing all of these videos should you need to reference any of these quests.